Figuring it out now.
So certain are you? Always with you what cannot be done. Do you not think that I say?
Master, moving stones around is one thing. This is totally different.
No different. Only different in your mind.
Good afternoon. Sabez.
How you doing?
I'm alright. One of my favorite rap artists right now. The flow, the intelligence, the message, the demeanor, attitudes, the vision, all. So, welcome. This is a StreetCherub, and the show is called On the Coach with M.A.D Sabre today. Please, Sabez, tell us who is M.A.D Sabre.
Who is M.A.D Sabre? So M.A.D Sabre is my inner child, you know, and as someone who I try to protect, because in society, etc., you know, it's easy to get molded, it's easy to get influenced onto paths that, you know, that are not your own. So M.A.D Sabre is my inner child. That's who M.A.D Sabre is.
Yes, that's good.
He expresses himself through music. That's the platform that I want to get myself out there.
Everybody has to nurture the child within, because often it's the child within that's wounded. When everybody is born, I'm happy few people know about that concept of the inner child, who you are, pure and perfect, more or less, and you could become whoever you want with your full potential, except for the conditioning that you meet, the fears that you get. So as you say, you want to protect your inner child.
That's it. And Sabez is, I guess, the grown-up version of M.A.D Sabre, who is more, I guess, in tune with motivation and inspiration. So M.A.D Sabre was, I guess, if you listen to music that's titled M.A.D Sabre, it's a lot of me experimenting with my style, with my music, my inner child just being fun, etc. But Sabez now, you know, I label my tracks as Sabez. When you hear tracks by Sabez, they'll be more conscious, positive and motivational. Sabez, I guess, is the correction of M.A.D Sabre.
Okay. So Sabez would be, a sabre is a sword. Knowledge is a double-edged sword. Has it got to do with that?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the name comes from being a child, and when I was a child, that was my tag. So we used to do graffiti and things, so that's where the name comes from. But like you say, the double-edged sword with Sabez just means that I'm very sharp with my knowledge, very sharp with the way that I approach life, and I don't take things for granted, you know what I mean? So I'm always kind of looking to sharpen my knowledge. I'm never at the peak of my knowledge. You can never be at the peak.
Never.
You should always be looking for more, you know what I mean?
Grow daily.
And that's what keeps you sharp. You know, Jenny was saying, oh, when you come to my shows, you're prepared, etc., blah, blah. And that's what I'm about. I'm about preparing and being sharp and being ready for the opportunity that's there, which is something I've taken from Jenny as well.
Think that we started out as slaves. The facts, they be hidden like the back cave. Like there wasn't black empires, like 10 fires. I be hotting up them liars. They took the facts and they shook it up. Like the world's origins not African, look it up. Read that. They taught me how to be a worker. I had to teach myself to go a bit further. I'm going in like a needle. They said that money is the root to all evil. But the evidence is feeble. I see like an eagle that people are evil. They taught me hate whites and murder blacks. The only killing that I do is when I murder tracks.
How did your journey into music start? As a young person, were you musical? Was there instrumental playing in your house? Or is this a journey you initiated from what go? What happened? Anybody inspired you? A teacher, parent? How did you get into music?
I guess I was the only child, single parent mother type thing, and I've got an addictive personality, and I've known that from young. And if there's something that I like, I don't just do it halfway, I do it, put my whole soul and energy into it. You know what I mean? Which is something that I've had to kind of regulate as I've got older, because you know it can lead you in the wrong direction. But if you control it, then it can create some beautiful things. But from young, as soon as I heard music, as soon as I knew that it was possible to create your own music, I become interested. And as soon as I found a platform and ways to make music, which was at my friend's dad's house in his attic, I was just there every single week. Every time I could get there, you know, making tapes, you know, on the mic. I mean, I was inspired by artists like Skibbity and Shabbity who were on the radio, and I could hear them sort of having fun, and I thought, what is this? So it kind of just allowed me or pushed me to kind of pursue that, really, the path that they had created. And from that I was able to forge my own path as to where I am now, and I'm still doing the same thing. There's no difference as to me, you know, at this stage as to me, you know, as a little boy. There's no difference. I'm still chasing what excites me.
You're still curious.
Still curious. Still, yeah.
Experimenting, learning, pushing.
Oh, right. Yeah, absolutely. It's just more focused and controlled now. Whereas when I was younger, it was more reckless and going in the wrong places, trying to find out, you know, how things work.
I got my own mind, I'm my own full through with the bullshit. When I talk shit, seeking improvement, keeping the movement, never losing, keeping it moving. What you have planned. What you have planned. Yeah.
So often, rap music has got a bad name. Though, if
Yeah.
people would pay attention, rap was a way of, it was a positive. It's supposed to be a positive voice where people send messages and sort of had visions and everything. So the idea that rap is necessarily negative or insulting or demeaning is just something that is not true. Rap is generally, when it started, was a positive thing.
Yeah.
You do keep positive in your rap. When you create your songs, but did you come up and start the message first, or do you just let it flow from you? What guides you when you're doing your lyrics, vision-wise?
What guides me is I'll be thinking about something that is on my mind. Something will disturb me. Something will.
You want to come out.
Upset my soul, and I use music to address it. So in the last track that I played on Jenny's show, the Unlearn track, I feel that our young people at the moment are learning so many different things which are wrong, because the information that they have on these things now is unlimited. So that disturbs me, because I know a lot of young people are going down the wrong pathway because they're learning the wrong things.
And actually believing it as truth.
And believing it is truth, totally. So therefore that disturbs me. And so I choose to kind of to address that in the music.
They told me not to ask silly questions, so when I was lost I never asked for directions. They told me waste all my money on a name brand. Black's the bleach skin and white's the fake tan. They taught me judge people by their skin colour. They taught me that terrorists say inshallah and worship their currency. I said I'm going in cuz, so cover me. They can't insult me like I don't read. Streets taught me to smoke weed. Money's moving real fast like the road runner. They want me to be Wile E. Coyote, but I'm more like Malcolm with the goatee. They taught me a bunch of maths that I don't need. I got my own mind, I'm my own thoughts, thought of the bullshit. When I talk shit, seeking improvement, deep in the movement, never losing, keeping it moving. What you have planned. What you have planned. We gotta relearn things with more relevance, spiritual elements, emotional intelligence. Not listening to them liars with their speech impediments, speaking on them facts when they're weak with their evidence. We gotta learn what the schools didn't teach us, cause at the bottom, that's where they wanna keep us. Leave us with the seeds and the weed dust. We must search for what they won't teach us. Speaking to yourself is the first sign of madness. I've got a million signs, meditate daily, I got a brilliant mind. Me and my peeps are the resilient kind. Life too short to live in hate, to segregate or discriminate. I got my own mind, I'm all for thought in the bullshit. But it's all shit seeking improvement, deep in the movement. Never losing, keeping it moving.
When you started creating music, you originally performed. What made you, I know you're a teacher now, what made you decide to take that? Obviously there's a lot about your music. It's what would I say, you have a message already. Teachers always are creators of our future. So what made you decide to combine it to become a teacher professionally? Because you've gone to uni and studied and done your teaching, yes.
Well, because whilst doing the school's tour with Jenny, I was coming in contact with loads of young people, and they would say, like, I would be, the track that I was pushing at that moment was Everybody in School Keep Studying, which is a track that you just heard. Yes. And the young people would ask me, okay, so what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yes. And young people are just real. They're not trying to be spiteful. They just say, okay, you're telling me to study, but what are you doing? And at that point, I wasn't doing anything.
And practice what you preach.
Absolutely, yeah. So I had to kind of just practice what I preach, and I just got into university, and I thought, prior to that, I thought, what do I want to do? I want to teach. I want to reach out to more young people, etc., etc. So therefore, teaching was the most obvious choice. Okay. So I went into that. So when I was going into schools, and young people were like, well, what are you doing? I said, I'm studying to get my degree. I'm trying to get my degree. I've got my degree. Yes. I'm a graduate. I've been to university. Blah, blah.
So you inspire them and lead by example.
Lead by example.
Which is actually amazing. This is the first time I've come across a rapper who is actually qualified as a teacher. You know what I mean? Well, you don't come across that because sometimes people look, it's more like you're an intellectual person. You're motivated more by knowledge, because some people are motivated by various things. So you take pleasure from what you're doing. Yeah. You take pleasure in helping others. That's the way I say it. And your music is supposed to be a balm or an instrument, a tool for them in their life. So which of your tracks, 3 favorite tracks, which of your tracks would you recommend for teenagers nowadays that have particular problems? That Learn, Unlearn.
Unlearn, yeah, definitely. Unlearn, definitely, 100%. Closer to My Dreams, because that's dealing with fear. Fear and love. It's dealing with, and to be guided by love and to get rid of your fears. And a track that you've not heard yet that I'm about to release, which is called We Fall Down But We Get Up, which is a track which deals with everyone comes to a point in life where you fall down on your knees, when you encounter some hardship, and rather than stand on the floor, get up, learn from your mistakes and continue your journey, which is and
which generally life is all about. You will have all those tumbles, you'll have all those you'll stumble, but you must get up. It's how you get up that you're measured, isn't it? Yeah. Because life will knock you down. So these are very important tracks. Closer to My Dreams, Unlearn,
and We Fall Down But We Get Up.
So people should definitely look. I know your album, there is Knowledge is Power 1, Knowledge is Power 2. That's your forthcoming album.
Busy.
When I come across something I like, I pay attention, and I'm looking forward to that. So before because this is a very short meet and greet, I'm going to ask you the things people, as a young person, what did you really try to avoid in using your time? Or, people know you can't see. Most people think you can't see, but you can see. Whether you're falling into a trap, or what would you try to avoid? What's something that you consider as a weakness?
Okay, what in today's society you mean?
As a young person.
As a young person?
Yeah, what would you avoid most?
What would you avoid most? Fear. Fear is one of the most restrictive things known to man, and fear is what is being used to control a majority of the world now. We're being bombarded via the media by these terrible events that are happening, and these events are, some of them are horrific things that are happening, but it's been used as a form of control so that you never think outside the box, that you never continue on your journey, so you never get on your pathway. So I tell young people to avoid fear. Because fear is something that it's like cancer, it will eat you from the inside.
And destroy your ambition, your motivation, and just stop you in your tracks dead. You wouldn't try. Yeah, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. You've heard that's one of the sayings of one of the sages. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. So what would you consider the strongest, or what should somebody look for? There's so many virtues. It could be, I don't know, let's say hard work, focus, humility. What do you go for? Or just seeking knowledge? What would you, with all that getting, get understanding? I tell my kids every time, I have 4 kids. What would you say? You said fear, avoid.
Fear,
at all costs. What, try to embody what? What would you embody yourself? What's your...
Okay, obviously love.
Love.
Obviously love, yeah. And a philosophy is to count your blessings, to be thankful for what you have at the moment, never to look at what anyone else has got. Focus on what you have and really be grateful for what you have and practice that gratitude, because you will be given more if you can appreciate what you have at this moment. And like I say in that track, we fall down but we get up, it says that message as well, for you to, to not focus on what you have not, focus on what you have got, which is...
One of the books I gave my son when he was young, Attitude of Gratitude. I must read it myself.
Gratitude is the attitude, absolutely. Once you're thankful for what you have, it's like a parent. A parent is not going to give their child more if they're not grateful for what they already have. The child's like, thank you mum, thank you dad for this, blah blah, then they're more likely to give them more. But if they're like selfish and like, oh, I don't like this is rubbish, the blessings will stop. So count your blessings, count your blessings and embody love in every aspect of your life.
Because Sebs, we know you're embarking on an important journey.
Yeah.
Getting married and all. Be M.A.D Workshops.
Yeah.
Be an upright person of the community.
That's right.
In everything you do. Be honest. Love is all about doing the right thing by yourself and for others. So let's say, what 3 things would you want to do? What 3 things would you want to do in the future? 2 years. 3 things that you think you must embark on. Whatever it is, journey, adventure, change of attitude, habits, what would you want to do? 3 things.
3 things. I would like to complete my first book, which is almost done now. I would like to take M.A.D Workshops and expand that to further than where it is now. And I would like to be successful as an entrepreneur. So I am on a journey right now. I've just kind of left my job, I've left my 9 to 5, so I'm stepping into the world of freelance now with M.A.D Workshops and working in gyms as well. I'm also a spinning instructor, looking after my body, strong mind, all that stuff. And I'd like to be successful in those endeavours and expand and be happy.
Indeed, the body is the temple of the soul, is it? The temple of the God, and where your expression all comes from. Take care of the body, take care of the mind, taking care of everything else. So where can people find you? The social networks?
Best place to find me is on Twitter. Everyone's on Twitter at Sabez, S-A-B-E-Z. It's on Twitter. And then you can find me on Facebook, M.A.D Sabre, M-A.D S-A-B-E-Z.
Any Instagrams? No?
I'm on Instagram, Sabregram.
Okay.
Sabregram, you can find me on Sabregram. And M.A.D Workshops is also on Twitter, so that's M.A.D_workshops, and it's on Facebook as well as just M.A.D Workshops. If you're someone who wants to book a workshop for motivation, I do different courses, different lengths of times to different client groups. You can contact me, not as Sabez, but as Wayne Jordan.
Wayne Jordan,
that is my actual name, But my artist name is Sabez, and that's what I use for my music.
I shall be watching your journey, and God bless you along your journey.
You're part of the journey now.
Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for the book. I'll be following the music, and I'll be definitely looking for Unlearn, Closer to Your Dreams, which is a track that Jenny Lioness still, that who does the interviews on Keeping It Real. We've just had an interview. She loves the track Closer to My Dream. Comes second after Queen. She listens to those tracks. Closer to My Dreams.
That's an honor.
True.
That's an honor.
That's true. So that's everybody go out there. Check out Sebz on YouTube. On YouTube, you also then you can see some of your videos.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. So much platforms these days. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, definitely subscribe.
Okay.
Subscribe, check out.
Thank you so much for
Thank
talking
you
to
for
StreetCherub.
taking the time to interview. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for giving your time. God bless. God
You as
bless.
well. Thank you.
Thank you.